So what I'm going to do tonight is give you a catalog tour and talk about some things in there, some new features of our catalog, making it easy for all of us to gather more ideas and do our shopping, etc. And then I'm going to show you one of the product suites that I made some cards with today, and I'll give you a couple of tips on making those cards as well. But I wanted to introduce a product suite to you without going into way too much time making projects, but I think you are going to like the cards that I made. And so let's get started. Again, welcome to all of you. Thanks for joining me at Stampin' Peace with Mary Knabe. I'm Mary Knabe, and I would love it if you would share. Click the share button right now so we can have as many people jump on to this Facebook Live as possible. So if you don't already have a Creativity is Calling annual catalog, please let me know. Message me your full name and your mailing address, and I will be happy to put one into the mail to you if you're not already working with a demonstrator. And I would love to earn your business. If you have yours already, I assume that you've looked through it at least once. Perhaps you've made a shopping list or a wish list. I've actually made both. I did some shopping today, but I still have several items on my wish list that perhaps I'll be using in my business later in the year. But really excited this time of year about all the new things to come. And I love that it happens in June because it's sort of like getting Christmas in the summertime. Okay, so I want to just, a quick announcement. I will not have a Thursday Facebook Live this week. Okay, I will not have a Thursday Facebook Live this week. I will be working my other job, but I will be back the following week, both on Tuesday and Thursday. Please note that the location of the Thursday Facebook Live has changed. So that is now on the Stampin' Peace VIP group. If you're not already part of my VIP group, you just have to search that in Facebook and request to join. I will approve you and in you go. But I'll be doing different things on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I want to work both of these, both my page and my VIP group. So I will be working both of these hopefully each week. Most Tuesdays and Thursdays. I love doing Facebook Lives. I love sharing with all of you. Okay, so at the beginning of your catalog, this is one of my favorite things that I always look forward to every year is this opening spread, because I get to read a little something from Shelley Gardner, who is the co-founder and board chair of Stampin' Up, and I get to see photographs of her family. In August, it will be 11 years since I've joined Stampin' Up, and I stamped with my upline Susie Brunk prior to 2 years of that. So I feel like I've kind of been watching this family grow up, which is exciting, and demonstrators that have been around even longer than I have watched Shelley and Sterling's own daughters grow up. But now we're into the next generation, so that's a lot of fun. I want to point out on this page that we have a quick table of contents, and we have these icons that will quickly show you products that are bundled, meaning when you purchase the items with the bundle price, you're getting 10% off both items, the stamp set and the coordinating dies, or the stamp set and coordinating punch. Okay. We also have this N icon letting us know where the new products are, and of course helpful information for following Stampin' Up on social media. Okay. On the next page, we have an explanation of our two types of stamps. We no longer are carrying wood mount stamps with the exception of some of the background stamps. Okay, now we have cling, okay, which is still the red rubber stamps, but we've improved the labels so that they cling easily to your acrylic blocks and do not come off during the stamping process. So love that, great improvement. And our second type is the photopolymer, which is the clear stamps that you can see through. Okay, so we have cling red rubber stamps, and then we have photopolymer. We also have a collection, a page with our a page showing our color collections, okay? And we have a total of 53 colors, including the 5 new in colors, okay? One of the great features of this catalog is that we now have a bundle index, which begins on page 4, okay? And it goes through page 11. But what this does is shows us every single bundle that is in this catalog, okay? It gives us the name of the bundle, the item number, the price, and it tells us what page we can find this bundle in the catalog so that we can see other coordinating products for that bundle, as well as samples of cards and other paper crafts made with that bundle, okay? If you're wondering what the pink is, that means I have it, okay? When I order something, or if it's something from last year's catalog that I have, I always highlight it. That prevents me from goofing and making a goof and doubling up on orders, okay? But lots of 7 pages worth of bundles, so that's exciting. The next thing I want to point out to you is that they have a 2-page spread that introduces a product suite. And on the right-hand side of that spread, there is an item number. And using one item number, you can now purchase the entire product suite. You would get one of everything included in that product suite for just one number. Excuse me. Okay. So that's nice. And then it still gives your bundle detail. But you can see each of the products. It has them listed with their item numbers and prices. So if you decide you don't want to spend and get everything in the suite, you can pick and choose what you want and order that way. And again, it's got page numbers, which are very helpful. Okay. The other thing is our product suites are now shown on 3 pages instead of just 2. The reason for that is Stampin' Up! Wants us to be able to see things much more clearly. So they're making things larger in the catalog for us, okay? Our samples here tend to be larger, and especially the pictures of the designer series papers. Excuse me, I have a really dry throat. Okay, I've been outside with my visiting angel clients a lot, and it's really affecting my sinuses and throat and stuff. So I apologize, and if you hear me, if it sounds like water chugging, that's what you're hearing. Okay, so now we have the 3 pages showing a product suite, and especially the big difference here is we can see everything larger, but especially those designer series papers. Okay. We have 5 main sections in our catalog. Okay. Everyday occasions is the first one. And there's a couple little words right here. And there's a little picture or stamped image that tells you that you are in that section. So we have everyday occasions. We have love, thanks, and support. Okay, and here's an example of another product suite that you can order with just one. I want to point out something to you here because this is oh so fabulous. And I just ordered it today and I'm super excited. But there is a package of press petal specialty washi tape. And what makes it special is this one right here is actually, you peel off flower petals so that you can make your own flowers on your cards and other paper crafts. Be great for putting flowers in a scrapbook as well, or a piece of home decor, maybe on a frame, etc. But I just wanted to point that out because it is so very unique, okay? And I also love that we have a journal now, okay? That's something I enjoy and I don't do enough, and this will be great motivation for me to do that, okay? The third section we have is kids and babies. And you can see right here, the Dino Roar Suite, bright and colorful, but fabulous, fabulous things for kids and babies. The next one is Artistic Impression, okay? And it begins with the Perennial Essence Suite, which is the one I'm going to be showing you a little bit later. And remind me to point out to you how this paper, how the designer series paper was designed, okay? One thing I love about this is I got new living room furniture recently, and I stepped outside my comfort zone and I bought a blush pink chair and ottoman, and I love it. I love it. But there are so many. The pinks in here just coordinate beautifully with the blush and the grays I have in my living room. So that's kind of a fun thing for me. And honestly, these papers are so pretty. You can frame them all by themselves. You don't even have to make anything if you don't want to. Okay, and then the last section is accessories and more. Okay, this is where you're going to find everything else besides stamps and bundles and product suites. Okay, so we have storage by Stampin' Up. I have some. I have these right here on my desk. You can't see it, but they're right here beside me. Okay, we have 3 pages showing our color collections. Something I want to point out to you, Stampin' Up has made it easier. How many times have you thought you read across the row only to realize you ordered the stamp pad instead of the ink refill? Or you thought you were ordering soft suede, but you were falling across and you accidentally ordered crumb cake. That's not going to happen anymore. That's not going to happen, or chances are it won't happen for us. If it's a bit too late, it might still happen for me. If it's too late at night. But what they've done is extended the color lightly across each row. So it makes it much easier for us to follow along and purchase the items we truly want to purchase. And you can still purchase sets of ink pads and refills as a collection within its color family. And you get a 10% discount on those when you do it, okay? And of course, it goes into in colors as well. The next few pages, they show designer series paper. We used to have 5 or 6 collections shown on a page. They've limited to 4, so again, they could make it larger for us to see the images on the papers much better, okay? And they're wonderful. They're wonderful. I wasn't even sure I was going to like this one, but I got it, and I really do. And this is kind of cool too, because what I discovered was this whole set of designer series paper coordinates with our 5 new in colors. And I don't think we've ever had a designer series paper pack that was all about the in colors. I see lots of you jumping on here, ladies. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. And please click the share button so we can get even more people joining, okay? And I will be showing you some projects at the end, some cards at the end, okay? Again, much larger. This Press Petals Specialty Designer Series paper, I want to point that out to you because this is a little bit different. You're getting 24 sheets, so it's like a double pack. You're getting 24 sheets instead of the usual 12, okay? So, and it's a great value, $14.50. The paper is a little more lightweight. So you can do some different things with it, make some envelopes or other 3D items, that sort of thing. And of course, this one is designed so that you cut it apart and use those pieces directly on your card fronts. Okay. The Knabe, I cannot wait to get this in. I just ordered this. The Knabe Peacock Specialty Designer Series paper and the coordinating foil sheets. Gorgeous. Saw that at On Stage in April. Fabulous. Really, really fabulous. Okay. I also want to point out, and I'll be showing you this in a few minutes, the Perennial Essence 12 by 12 vellum cardstock. So we have regular plain vellum cardstock, but now we have a package that has 3 colors in it: Old Olive, Petal Pink, and So Saffron. And it does coordinate with the Perennial Essence product suite. Okay, some more laser cut paper with some new designs. Of course, the birds are super popular right now, the birds and butterflies. So we have some new designs there. I always love them. Some more Project Life. I'm sorry, not Project Life by Stampin' Up. That was the old name. Memories and More. Okay, currently we have 2 Memories and More sets. These card collections each coordinate with a product suite. Okay, the Come Sail Away and the Magnolia Lane. We also got a new set of cards, craft cards, that and beautiful liners that are made, are sized for the Memories and More card collections, in addition to the white ones we already had. Okay. Here's that wonderful washi tape I told you about. I'm going to point out this too. So the next couple pages are all to do with packaging. Okay. And so you can find all those things. You know, ladies, I just, there's just a pop-up on my screen, and I'm just going to put this out there because just before I got online, somebody said, asked me if I sent them a message through Facebook. I said no. She said, weird, because it says that there was a message and she didn't get one. And somebody just messaged me now that, and it's not a friend request. It looks as if I'm sending, I've sent this person a message, and it has my picture on it. I did not send a message. And basically, if I send a message to you, you know me, there's no reason to put my picture on. So if there's something funky like that, please delete it or ignore it. Okay, sorry for the interruption, but I just caught my eye on the screen. The mini shipping boxes, darling, darling. They look like our regular Stampin' Up! Shipping boxes. So, so cute. Okay, lots of ribbons and trims as usual, including the 5 in colors. We have a scallop linen ribbon. I haven't worked with it yet, but I did get it, and I really like the feel of it. I like the texture of it. But more wonderful ribbons, lots of fun embellishments. As always, we have 3 pages of embellishments. Some are new and some are returning. The flower faceted gems are one of my super favorites. I happen to have them right here. Okay, aren't those pretty? And I used them on these cards I made on last week's Facebook Live. Okay, so those are wonderful. Then next we have the coloring tools. We have some new pigment sprinkles, and we have a few new sets, combo sets of Stampin' Blends markers, the 5 in colors plus So Saffron. Okay, and of course 2 sets of watercolors, more coloring tools, Stampin' accessories and adhesives. Okay, pretty basic, huh? Stamparatus, punches. Okay, the new, what I think is going to be the new favorite punch is the medium daisy. And we still have our large daisy punch. We have the Daisy Lane bundle. It comes with a stamp set and the medium daisy punch. This is a fabulous, well-priced set, and I am going to be doing lots with it in the near future. I'm just waiting on my medium daisy punch to come in. I was not able to get that on the pre-order. What I want to tell you about this is when I was on stage in April, we were challenged to sell, demonstrators who attended on stage were challenged to sell 3 of the Daisy Lane bundles by, I believe, the 24th of this month, 21st or 24th, something like that, but in the next 3 weeks. And so I'm asking for your help. If you've been through the catalog and you love the Daisy Lane bundle, I would appreciate it if you would order it from me. And in return, I will be sending you a gift of, where are they? Of the faceted gems. You can choose clear or you can choose gold. Okay, so each person that purchases the Daisy Lane bundle from me, that's the stamp set and the medium daisy punch, will receive either the clear or the gold faceted gems free from me as a thank you, helping me to meet that challenge. Okay, and of course we have other returning ones as well as a couple of new ones. I'll be showing you this shortly. Okay, next is tools. I want to point out here that we have an add-on to our Take Your Pick tool. Okay, this is the Big Shot die brush. You just can add that to your tool, and then it also comes with the sponges. So when you're cutting things with very intricate dies, very easy to get them out. And then the next section is cutting and embossing. And again, Stampin' Up! Has given us larger images, larger words, much easier to see the detail in all of this. Even on the embossing folders, we can clearly see the details on it and the designs on them. So I love that they were listening to us. Okay. So next we have types of kits. This is going to be fun. I don't have that yet, but I think it's going to be really fun. A couple of different ones, and of course they are, again, showing it to us larger, so we have a better look at what is in the contents. And then, of course, some information on hosting a party. And my calendar, I am happy to add you to my calendar, and I would love for you to host a private party or a private class. And you can contact me anytime and we'll talk about that. Okay, so some darling, I have a really cute card that I got in a swap with this stamp. Gorgeous, so fun. Now is a great time to join. If you've been through the catalog and you've seen what's there, you have your shopping list, your wish list, etc. Why not get those things at a discount? Okay, so contact me for $99 plus tax, no shipping. You can choose $125 of product. So right off the bat, you are saving $26 plus $12.50, which would be the equivalent of the shipping charge on the starter kit. So I would love to have you join my team. And now is a perfect time because you can get a great deal on some brand new products, and you can continue to get 20% off all your purchases. So are you ready to see the Perennial Essence product suite? Give me some hearts or thumbs ups or something. Okay. So a little bit of background about the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. One of the Stampin' Up! Artists design artist, spent some time last year going to various art museums to be inspired, came back to Stampin' Up and literally painted all these images, okay? And they kind of, to me, have a sort of a Monet feel, Monet look to them, which I've always liked Monet's work. So this is really appealing to me. So anyways, this design artist actually painted, and then the paintings were photographed, and then they made the designer series paper from them. So it looks like painting, it looks like brush strokes. You can even see on the background, it looks like, has that canvas look, you know, the artist canvas. Okay, so there's one, and the back, that's petal pink. And like I told you, this petal pink in this paper goes with my new furniture and my pink blush chair and ottoman that I bought for myself. So I'm excited. I'm going to have to do something with these in my living room. Oh, did you see the back of that one? I might have done that too fast. Okay. But can you picture the artist actually sitting down and painting all these things? Okay, look at the tiny little flowers throughout here, and it's got that watercolor look. Okay. These remind me of peonies, maybe even roses, but I'm thinking peonies right now. Okay, more of a watercolor look background. How fun is this? Striking, isn't it? Dark hues, but very striking. Okay. I love it too, Amelia. I love it too. And then some smaller flowers on the back. And honestly, I don't know which one would be my favorite. I literally love every single print. And even this. This kind of reminds me of like the weeping willow, leaves, branches hanging down. Okay. So very pretty. Okay. So let me show you the cards I made. And this is a super easy card layout. Okay. So the dimensions are, and this time I used a vertical card base. So 4 1/4 by 11 inches, scored at 5 1/2 on the long side. Okay. And then my designer series paper was cut 3 inches by 4 1/4 inches. Okay. I have a white layer in there. And that one is, I just realized this one is really not straight. I'm going to have to redo that a little bit because that's kind of bothering me. But anyways, the white layer on there is 1/8 of an inch larger. So it would be 3 1/8 inch by 4 3/8 inch. And then the largest cardstock layer is 3 3/8 inches by 4 5/8 inches. Okay, so great, simple, easy, basic card layout that anybody can use. And if you love designer series paper like me and you love to show it off, this is a fun way to do it. Okay, let me show you how I made these couple of tags. I'll get out my Stampin' Pierce mat, and I'm going to be using Blackberry Bliss, which is one of the coordinating colors in the Perennial Essence Designer Series paper. Okay, I'm going to stamp twice. I want to stamp off, so I want it a little lighter. Okay, and then in full strength ink, also Blackberry Bliss, I added the sentiment. Okay, to me that's still a little darker. Maybe I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I think I'm gonna stamp off 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that's better. This one was a little too hard to read, so this is better. Now if you want, you can very lightly add some color with a sponge dauber. I'm going to suggest though that you start off to the side. You don't want it dark because you'd be covering up the words. You don't want to make it difficult for your card recipient to read. So kind of just do that with your ink, and then when it's light, just very, very lightly fill in that flower. Okay. Now this Perennial Essence bundle, Floral Essence bundle, has the stamp set and a coordinating, sorry, there was a pop-up on my computer screen, has a coordinating punch. It does not have a framelit or dies collection to cut out the stamped images. However, I simply fussy cut this quick and easy, no problem at all. I popped it up on some dimensionals, okay? And I cut a little bit of vellum, and I'll show you the other colors of the vellum as well. I punched one time the floral petals new punch, okay, and then I cut those apart, so I now have 3 pieces of the vellum, and I'm using these for leaves, okay? Cut them apart and use them for leaves. Oh, ladies, I am so excited with how many of you are jumping on here. Patty and Amelia, Robin, Melissa, thank you all. And if I've missed your name at some point, I'm sorry. I just try to get in some hellos if I can, when I can. Okay, and I'm just going to stick some leaves behind my flower. Okay, very pretty, isn't it? Now, one more thing I can do to this also is just add a little wink of Stella, okay? Not a whole lot, but just a little bit, okay? And that gives a little bit more dimension to my flower as well, okay? Now, this is my other one, the same dimensions on all of the cards I'll be showing you, okay? But let me show you how I made this tag, okay? So again, I started with stamping the sentiment in Blackberry Bliss ink. Then I'm using Blushing Bride. Now the color of paper and cardstock for this Perennial Essence Designer Series paper is actually Petal Pink. But when I was stamping, I felt like the Blushing Bride ink gave me more of what I was looking for in terms of the color, okay? A little more, it's a little more blush color, and the other one's a little, Petal Pink's a little more peachy. But I wanted, for the stamping, I wanted more of the blush color, okay? So, again, we're going to be doing some Stampin' Off. Okay, very, very light. Okay, did you see that? I stamped off and then on. Now I'm going to use the larger one also. Stamp off and then stamp on. Okay. I'm going to bring back my Blackberry Bliss, and I've got this flower center. Same thing, I want it very, very light. I'm actually going to stamp off 3 times. Because I want it that light. I want it to be so, so subtle. Okay. And then I can finish this off with a few tiny leaves in the Mossy Meadow. Okay. And depending on where you put your leaf, you may want to stamp off. Okay. just like that. And then I'm going to use my, let me think, classic label punch, I believe it's called. Okay, I'm going to center the stamped image in there, give it a squeeze, and there you go. Okay, again, I haven't used my Wink of Stella in a while, but I'm happy I thought of it today because I've been using it lots today and I love it, love it. Just gives that extra little bit of bling. Okay. I'm also going to do a little on these green leaves, see if I can kind of blend that green. Blend that mossy meadow. Okay. All right, and then I simply added it to my card front with a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, so quick and easy way to add some sentiments and making them look very pretty. Okay, now let me show you the other cards I've made. Okay, oh, I guess I did show you this, right? Okay. The other thing I want to point out, I said, in addition to the designer series paper, we now have a package of vellum cardstock with 3 coordinating colors for the Perennial Essence designer series paper. These come in 12 by 12 sheets. It's one package, 12 by 12 sheets, and you get So Saffron, Petal Pink, and Old Olive. So you can do lots of wonderful things with them. And you know what? There are multiple, let's see. I'll have to look in the catalog. There's multiple sheets of these. Let me see if I can find it really fast, because I want to tell you how many are in there. Yes, you get 12 sheets. So you get 4 12 by 12 sheets of each of these 3 colors. So Saffron, Petal Pink, and Old Olive. Okay, and okay, so here are the cards I made, and you know I love designer series papers, right? You know I love designer series papers. I can't say it enough how much I love them. Okay, and from my projects and my Facebook Lives and my classes, I'm sure you all know that. Okay, so every one of these cards was made today, this afternoon, same simple layout, and I started with 3-inch by 4 1/4 inch pieces of designer series paper. Okay, so there's the first one. Okay, this is one of the plainer backgrounds, and you can see on all of these I have a 3/4 inch strip from one of the other designer series papers, one of the other patterns. Okay, this is the Perennial Essence Floral Center. Okay, I don't know how well you can see these, but they're like fuzzy, just like a floral center would be. Okay, fun to use. They even have an adhesive backing, making it easy for us. Okay, here I colored a large pearl with the Highland Heather Stampin' Blends for my center. Okay. All right, here's some with the So Saffron flowers. Got Blackberry Bliss on the black background there. Okay, so now let me show you how I made the flowers and the leaves. Trust me, once I show you and you see how easy it is, you're going to want to do this too. Okay, I'm going to set these here for now. Okay, I like you to be able to keep seeing these. But anyways, basically what you're going to do is, with the punch, you're going to, for the flowers I made anyways, you can do it, I'm sure there are lots of variations, but I punched 5 times. 3, 4, 5, and I'm choosing the Petal Pink this time. I'm not going to be using the yellow, the So Saffron, and I've already punched 1 from the old olive, okay? So 5 and 1, okay? I'm going to move this off my Pierce mat, Stampin' Pierce mat. Okay, one thing to note is it really is a front and back to these colored vellums. It might be hard for you to see on the video, but it's very subtle. But if you flip them over, you can see the difference, okay? Do you see that? Okay, so just be aware of that. I mean, it's not real crucial, but you might, you know, if you're kind of anal about that kind of thing, I wanted to point it out to you. Okay, so I put some adhesive just on the center, and then I centered the second one on it. So there's my 6-petal flower. This is going to be the base, okay? Next, I'm going to put adhesive on the center of 1. And this one, I'm not going to quite center it, okay? I'm going to go about 1/3 of the way. Instead of half the way, I'm going to go about 1/3 of the way, because I'm going to put a 3rd layer on this part of the flower, okay? So now I'm going to hold it in the center with my index finger and thumb. My thumb is on the back. And using a bone folder, and you want to be gentle when you do this, because if you go too hard or too fast, you will actually tear the petal off. Okay, vellum is kind of fragile, I'll say. And you just want to curl each of these petals, all 3 layers, okay? You see how I'm doing that with my bone folder? I've got the vellum between the bone folder and my thumb. Okay, it looks like I got most of them. The ones in the center, I might want to do a little bit more. And if you want a really full flower for whatever reason, you just add more layers to it, okay? Now I'm going to go back to my base with the 6 petals, and I'm going to add this, and then finally I'm going to add one of those floral centers, okay? And again, it's got the adhesive backing right there. Okay, now let me see, I can add this to another card. We're just going to add, instead of making another card, I wanted to show you how to make the cards, but I want to add it to one of these others. How about this one? I'm going to add a 2nd flower to this one. Might even have to make a 3rd. Ooh, cute. Okay, so the way I put these on my card front is 1-dimensional on the back side, and press it down. For my leaves, I'm going to cut these apart. You don't have to be fancy, just quick and easy. Okay, and then each one of these I'm going to pick up and press it to a glue dot. And I'm simply going to slip it underneath. And it's real easy to slip the leaves under the flowers, because I only adhered the flowers using 1 Stampin' Dimensional, okay? Add as many leaves as you want, how you want. And it only takes 1 glue dot. 1 glue dot on the inner tip there. And then you're finished. Okay, simple and easy. Okay, now I know some of you are probably going to say, Mary, those first 2 cards are great. I would love to send those to a friend. And the other 10 cards are beautiful, but they wouldn't mail so well. They would get crushed, or the flower center is kind of large. You're right, you're right. If you would be sending these cards with these flowers, I would suggest you send them in a padded envelope, okay? However, I thought of another use for them, okay? And the other thing is, you could also use them on the front of a gift bag, okay? Just cut a slit and your card can hang, or put a piece of cardstock on with a slit in it and put that on the front of your gift bag, and then your card can hang right on that. Maybe I should do that project for a Facebook Live, okay? But think about this. This is a time where you're hearing lots about weddings, bridal showers, that sort of thing. Wouldn't these be fun table favors? You could even make them smaller, okay? You could add a name to it, or you could add, this would be great for a bridal shower, also a ladies' luncheon. Mary Lou, you're watching, you are very involved with your gardening club. That would be something fun to make for one of their events. And then everybody could go home with one, okay? So did you like that product suite, and did you like the cards? What do you think? Okay, what do you think? Super easy layout, okay? The cards were fast. The thing that took a little bit of time was the flowers, but really even those didn't take very long. Okay, so a quick reminder, when you're ordering online, please use my June host code, and know that every online order receives 5 free hand stamped cards from me. And I also have a little incentive of my own happening right now. I said that the first 10 people to order at least $35 from the new catalog would receive a package of Pretty Peacock rhinestones from me, okay? And those would be a gift to you free for being one of the first 10 people to place an order from the new catalog with me. I still have some to give away, so hopefully I'll get some more orders tonight or even in the next few days. But you could be one of those, okay? And also, please help me with my challenge. If you are interested, I would love it if you would order it from me in the next couple of weeks and help me meet my goal that was given to Stampin' Up! Demonstrators at the April onstage event. So I definitely want to meet that challenge. Any challenge Stampin' Up! Gives, I go for. So if you can, if you're interested in the Daisy Lane bundle, which is $35 for the stamp set and medium daisy punch, I would love it if you could order that from me. And those that do will receive a package of faceted gems, either in clear or gold. Okay, so as I said earlier, I will not have a Facebook Live on Thursday because I will be working my other job that day, but I will be back next Tuesday and next Thursday. Okay, also I have a brand new newsletter look format that I'm now using to email out to everyone. If you are not on my email list and you would like to be, simply message me your email address and I will add you immediately. I've got some new features in there, including a card project sheet every week. Okay? And again, enjoy your new catalog, make your list, go through it, have a glass of wine, sit down, look at it again, and let me know how I can help you. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for spending your Tuesday evening with me. See you next week.